Good morning, everyone. My name is Lamont Gilchrist. www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com is my website. Go and check it out. It is August 8th. Time is flying. I had a great trip up in Nebraska. Shout out to all my clients and around the world. The ones in Nebraska and the ones that are special ones that are in my group, the ones that contact me on Instagram, YouTube, the ones that call me because they seen the website. I consider y'all all my clients, whether you're paying or not paying, just because of the information that you're receiving from me and the way that you are applying it and getting great results. I've had people coming off their blood pressure medications. I have people coming off their diabetes medications. I have people knees and joints and ligaments and tissue repairing itself, sleeping patterns, emotional stress, coming off of antidepressants. Just beautiful things going on out there. So to all of you out there, great job. Shout out to one of my clients, Candice. So there's a lot of them. They reached close to their 100 pounds loss mark, and not just pounds, body fat, sleeping habits, insulin sensitivity, skin, turning back the times on their telomeres, which most people won't understand. Yeah, and all my young athletes, do your thing, and all the athletes that I train around the world, and contest preps, and the people that's winning shows and stuff like that. I know I don't post a lot of that stuff. For one, is because I don't try to steal other people's glory. That's their journey. It's my job to stay in the shadows and to stay for the most part. I post some of the things that people that I'm comfortable with posting to inspire, and I get their consent to inspire everyone else because they may see their journey and their story and learn from it and want to inspire to start their own journey and story. So yeah, a big shout out to those people. Okay, and so I'm gonna get to a quick point because I don't want this to be a long video. I got some meal plans to get done for clients that's against the clock. Got special things, photo shoots and things coming up. I'm getting ready for a show in Pittsburgh. So I'm right on target, locking and loading. So this is a special time for me and my clients and everything else. The year is almost over. Bless the Most High for all the blessings. And if you lost one or lost a loved one or something is going on where you're going through a trying time or something like that at this particular moment, just understand things only last for a season. You will grow from it. You will learn from it. And ultimately, we're all going to meet the same fate at the end of the day. And we will be topsoil, or we will be the next nutrients with our memories and our legacies left behind of how we influence and what we contribute to what we call the human experience. But so let me get to a quick thing. So people are asking me about veganism and all these different diet plans and all this other stuff. Well, my take, and I always have the same take, I had a epiphany when I became enlightened on the journey when I started searching scripture back in like 1996, and I was going through some stuff because I was running into the contradictions in scripture and engulfing and understanding time periods and other things and stuff like that. Very powerful, very, very powerful book. I've read it multiple times. Started reading in Hebrew, Torah, Quran, understood the Septuagint, the Bible in relation to the Catholic, the Book of Maccabees, and all the other different things. So not, just to give you a little reference, other than nutrition, archaeology, I won't even say religion, theology, and other aspects of stuff is what I consider myself a connoisseur of, searching for enlightenment and a higher connection with the one or the universe, Yahweh, God, whatever y'all want to say. So let's talk about those things. So you read scripture and you look. So in scripture, Because everybody's going to use a basis, because you're going to have something that you're going to convict your conscience with, regardless of whatever belief pattern that you're going to convict your actions with, so that you can tell and that you can weigh, so that you know the difference between happiness and sadness, misery and pleasure, and yada yada, and all these other different things, so it doesn't get misconstrued, and so that you can exist in a community or society without ripping each other's heads off all the time. So you have to have some kind of structure. So I'll call it scripture, religion, or whatever. So when you have these particular things and you're weighing what they're seeing at the particular time, you have to use time, not in a linear pattern, meaning going forward, but you have to use time as in the existence, the moment of that particular period and what was going on. No grocery stores, coming out of the ice age. You got to use archaeology, you got to use region, you got to use parts of the map to understand it. Then you have to use air, how fertile was the soil, what different plants was this, and different that, and all this other stuff. So everything going forward is evolving. There's nothing new under the sun, but in the same token, there are things that have been here that are no longer here. Or have evolved for the same thing, the reason why we evolved for the continuance of the species from plants to other different things and stuff like that. So it is almost impossible to say paleo diet or veganism or blah, blah, blah. So what I will say for the most part is that even with all those different eating patterns and all that other stuff and everything else that's going on, the biggest problem is that people are profiting off of people illnesses and being sick, and understanding the profit margin of that, comparing the dollars and insurance and all this other stuff, things that are not even real, something that they develop so that they can control society. So you're going to have these things. And even though an apple can be healthy, let's say even an apple, if someone believes that they can profit from an apple, they will shoot something in and place something in the apple that will make you sick, so that you would think that you're eating something healthy. It's called poisoning. It happens all the time. Look at kingdoms. Look how kingdoms have fallen. Look at regimes. Poisoning is a real thing from historical, biblical times to this current day. People are being poisoned regardless. That's why you have to understand the nature of these particular things. So ground beef or whatever, anything can be a poisoning product, especially if you're placing it in there to get that poisoning result for your profit or for your control over other groups or individuals and stuff like that. So it wouldn't make a difference. If everybody switched to being a vegan, people would still be getting cancers and all the other stuff, because the people that control the system, the people that profit from pharmaceutical companies and all these other things that control these things, will either shoot the price up of these products so no one can afford it, so you have to poison yourself, and then they'll say, well, you're making a choice, or they will directly poison the shit. How you grow it and everything else, or they'll splice it or genetically splice it and stuff like that because of profit. So we do have an issue with how we have to eat and the understanding of overall total health and everything else like that. But we have a bigger issue of not being enlightening enough to understand the nature of what is being done to you as far as poisoning, and having so much trust and belief in a system that has systematically, since it has been engulfed, abused and let people down and profited off of the miseducation or the lack of education or the lack of humanity to the masses. So that's going to be my quick thing about what the health video and veganism and all these different patterns and stuff like that. Get knowledge, get wisdom, and get understanding. Have a great day.